What's up everybody, this is DeanoGTO, and today we're going to be looking at one of my replays in Strv S1, the Tier 8 Premium Swedish Tank Destroyer, and just taking a wee look at this vehicle and just seeing how it performs. So, this is a vehicle I've owned for actually over a month now, but for some reason I just never did a video on it. Like, I've had this replay sitting in my folder for... I've had this actually, do you want to know when I actually got this replay? I got this replay on December 25th. I was playing this tank that night, and I had this game, and I just never did a video on it. I don't know why, it just sat there for so long. But yeah, some stats on this vehicle. It has a 288 pen, 105mm gun that does 390 alpha damage, and has about an 8-second reload from what I can recall. And wow, it was a really high roll, 474 damage in a single shot. And something you're going to notice here is me and this Dicker Max are going to kind of be a bit of a tag team here. Like, I will more than likely hit them first because I have a significantly faster shell speed, and also I don't have to re-aim after every single time I move my tank. Meanwhile, he would have to because that's just the way the Dicker Max is. So, stick a shot into the front drive wheel of this Oni. He kind of sits there for a while. I think Dicker Max got a little unlucky there with the way his shot went. Second shot goes in, pierces him again, and he uses a repair kit just in time. So yeah, he got real lucky there. So this is the one thing with making a video on the Strv S1. It's very static gameplay. It's very static gameplay, but I've already done over 1600 damage, and I've only fired like what, 4 shots? Yeah. This tank can rack up the damage pretty damn well. However, it is a very passive vehicle. You do need to be very aware of how passive you have to be in this vehicle, because if you are not passive, you're going to get your shit stomped. So, the reason I say you're going to get your shit stomped is because, well, this vehicle has the siege mode mechanic, and you need to be in siege mode in order to be able to like press the gun in any shape or form. Like, you need to be in siege mode in order to press the gun at all. And so far I'm on 2400 damage. And by the way, I should actually just point out, from memory, I hadn't actually realized how much damage I had actually done in this game at this point. I wasn't paying attention to that. Like, I genuinely wasn't paying attention to it. And of course the shot versus the OI is the one that misses, because that's just what my luck is like. Biggest target in the map, and I miss it. So yeah, GG gun. However, for the most part, this gun is incredibly consistent, and I think I actually damaged his engine, not got him to stop, and that's why the Dicker Max was able to pick up the kill on that guy, and get a shot. That looked like it went straight through the mantlet on that guy, but yeah, that's nothing to be too surprised by, because this gun has, as I mentioned earlier, 288 penetration. This thing has only 5mm less penetration than I think the Object 268 version 4. Like, it's only like 3mm less penetration, and that's immense for Tier 8 vehicle. Like, if there's a vehicle you never want to fire premium rounds in, it's probably this one, because you just don't need to. It just has the capability to just do everything itself, pretty much. And yeah, at this point, nearly 4000 damage. Have no spotting damage because that's just not what this tank does. So, going to kind of hang out here for a while, kind of keeping an eye on the base cap timer, but here's the WZ, stick a shot into his side, doing now 340 damage. And at this point, I kind of focus on this AT8, trying to get rid of him. I think this was just after this thing got buffed significantly in terms of armor. So, this thing should actually be pretty difficult to pen now, but not for this gun. Except when I hit his gun. When you hit his gun, that's when you're not going to pen. But here I notice there's only 20 seconds remaining on this game. I'm on 4666 damage. And I decide, yeah, I need to actually go back to this base here and reset, because we are going to lose. We are going to lose. And I rush around the corner. WZ wasn't quite expecting me to come from this direction. He turns around, shoots me. Doesn't react fast enough. Get a shot into him, kill him. T-34-100 is back there, and he has now realized that he is pretty much screwed, because there's really no way for him to win this fight. And now 2 of us are in the cap circle, and that's going to actually make this game end slightly prematurely. And I actually hadn't realized that there were 2 people in the cap at this point, and it was only there that I realized that there was actually 2 people capping. And I actually think that I could have potentially like killed that T-34-100, and the Centurion could have killed that 88, and that could have actually been a wee bit more damage. But yeah, that was nearly 5,400 damage done, and that really didn't feel difficult in the slightest, because that's just the way this vehicle is. So yeah, let's go into the post-game stats. Okay, so we are back with the post-game stats. So this game was worth a first class mastery with a tank sniper medal and a high caliber. I would advise you ignore the stats here because these are inflated by the Christmas bonuses going on at the time. And the actual base XP total for that game was 1,196 with 5,373 damage done with 2 kills. And something interesting to note is this game was dominated by the top tier tank destroyers. WG-120 on the enemy team and me in the Strv S1 on my team. And it's also interesting just to look how little damage everybody else did in comparison. Like, this is pretty rare for me to see. Like, there was only 2 people who exceeded 1,000 damage other than me. So yeah, it's pretty crazy to see actually. And yeah, and actually looking at the enemy team, they had 4 people who exceeded 1,000 damage, and on my team, actually, well, I would say 5 because like I had 999 XP or 999 damage done, which he got controlled. So I would count that as like 5 people. So yeah, let's go on to the detailed report. 16 shots fired, 15 direct hits, 14 penetrations, 1 shot bounced off the 88, and 1 shot missed the OI. 3,600 damage done from over 300 meters, and 450 damage blocked, or 450 damage with my assistance, and 620 blocked by armor. And the actual base credit income for that game was 99,889, and when you take away the cost for running the vehicle, that means I would have normally made 71k credits from that game. So yeah, overall pretty damn solid game, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I really need to say. Something I'm just always curious about though is the Swedish tank destroyers. I'm curious to know, like, what do you guys actually think of these vehicles? Like, do you think they're good, and would you be interested in seeing more gameplay of them? Do you think I should try and get some ace tankers or anything in the UDA 03, or potentially move up to towards the STRV 1030, and then eventually the 103B? Because I feel like these vehicles just aren't as commonly seen as they were whenever they first came out. Well, of course they're not as commonly seen as when they first came out, because when they first came out, that's when everybody jumps into the new vehicle. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think. So, would you be interested in seeing more gameplay of these tanks? And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So, thanks for watching. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.